Hey, what's up? This is Sane, and I'm doing a part 2 of my constructive feedback video, and I'm in a better position with my microphone. So, if you did watch my 30-minute long video, which I'm probably going to upload this one first because it's shorter, I messed up. I messed up the instructions. I typed in the instructions like an idiot in the description menu. Now, it's still not going to work, and I'm going to cover some stuff that I missed. So, again, the integrity of the game that RedLynx needs to do is, again, fix private, multiplayer, and party mode, and fix the ability to make the track central stuff playable in party mode and private multiplayer, and the ability to test your maps in the editor before releasing them in the track central. They all of that stuff was already fixed in Trials Fusion. Trials Fusion is an older game. It's a 5-year-old game, and it has better stuff than Trials Rising. A game's supposed to be better as they go on. Like if you have Trials Rising 2, that game is supposed to be better than the original game. That's how games supposed to be. They're supposed to be better, and this game's not. That's why I'm making this part 2 because I made a mistake, and it's hard to cover everything. So again, Track Central needs to be fixed. Party mode and private multiplayer needs to be fixed with that feature that I just said. Testing your maps before sharing them in Track Central. Track Central's menu is the only thing that needs to be fixed is the menus, and I said it in the last video. I even ranted about it. And that's basically what needs to be done. I don't know about multiplayer. Everything's good. The stuttering needs to stop. The stuttering's gotten better, but the no internet connection at the beginning is bad, and the load times are kind of terrible. But other than that, it's pretty good. I think the loot box system is taking up most of the server. It needs to be just scrapped the whole thing out, in my opinion. The bundles, like I think the bundles for like the customize and stuff like that, those are cool. You can keep those in. You can keep people engaged if you want. The track editor, I'm gonna go jump in the track editor because this is the stuff that I missed. Everything's good about Trials. It's just the only thing that needs to be fixed is the ninja game type for skill games because it's part of your ninja game. It's part of your game, and it needs to be fixed because I can't beat blue belt. I could go on the leaderboards because the leaderboards are messed up, they're random. And it's not fair for lower ranking skill players that want to beat blue belt and black belt. You know, I'm losing faith in beating blue belt because I beat it so many times and the game's broken and it doesn't register my contract or my completion time because the game is broken. And so you guys need to fix that. So because it's not fair. If you're a good player, yeah, you could easily do blue belt and black belt, no problem. But I'm not that good of a player. And so it's not fair. And it's not even about being good at the game. It's about I'm a master at the editor, and I encounter glitches every day, and the game is just bad in general. They, you know how people say you have to grind the game? Okay, that's fine, whatever. But it should be progression based. It should be based on your skill. It shouldn't be based on the grind. If you're better than the other players, well, oh right, hooray! It almost seems like it's noob friendly, where if you're newer at the game, you have a higher chance of unlocking everything than being good like me, because I can complete the Trials campaign in like an hour or 2 or 3 hours. I can race through all the tracks and then hit like a level gap where I need to be a high enough level to unlock hards or even extremes or even ninjas. It is just stupid. I just want to get straight to it. I don't want to be grinding for 4 or 5 hours basing doing contracts, you know? I think that should be a secondary objective than a primary objective when I make a Walking Dead skill game. And 44 and 45 are skeptical because I tend you to collect everything to finish the map. But you should make a primary objective and a secondary objective. The primary objective is to reach the goal. Okay, find the path, blah blah blah. The secondary objective is to get diamond. If you collect all my statues, you can get diamond. The thirdary objective, which should be in all games, is to enjoy the scenery, appreciate what the creators have done with the map. And that's how you meet those steps. If you're doing a trials driving line, the driving line has to be optimizable. then the decoration has to be there. To be decoration, it has to look good. And if it looks good and drives good, it's a perfect track. It's an amazing track. An example is ZZ Zack's maps and Aeromorpheus's maps. The best maps in Trials Rising right now is Aeromorpheus and ZZ Zack, and also the guy who just popped online. 397 is a pretty damn good creator as well. Okay, but the reason why I say Aeromorpheus and Zack, because they have the best drive lines, and they have amazing decoration in the background. They are my top best writers. And then you have like all these singulars like 397, and they all go down the list, and I'm part of that list. I'm not putting myself in the top. I'm putting myself in that downer list. Unless you say skill games, I have the best skill games. No one else is making skill games as good as I'm doing it right now. So I can take my take there. But and also, you should have Supercross and TC menus. But I'm gonna go in the editor. I'm gonna load up my track. Hopefully, that black screen glitch doesn't happen. That was pretty annoying. And the stuff that I need to cover in the editor, I'm stuttering. See, the stuttering happens. Um, is when you go into skill games, okay? Um, the things that I've noticed that are not there that you guys need to fix is maybe import all of your music from the original games, like the Evolution set, if you guys can grab that. There's another recommendation. With area effectors, custom area effectors, there's a glitch where the sun and the moon always follows you. Doesn't matter where you are. That's a little bit of a bug. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. The path follower event needs to be more optimized, in my opinion. Okay? And the Trials Rising guns are unselectable. Like the water gun and the thing. When I select them down, I'm unable to select this gun anymore. Even with an area selector, I can't select them. That's what I covered last video. To make this video a little bit shorter. Okay? And also in skill games, I was going to go to the instructions menu, okay? I'm going to go into the instructions menu. I'm going to type in move. And in Trials Fusion, this works amazingly. I don't understand why it doesn't work in this game. I'm going to say... Oh my goodness. This is bad. Okay, stop it. Okay, left stick... it was percentage, left stick, and then press, or I'm gonna say just jump, is usually the A button, which I have on my map here. And we're gonna say percentage, button, underscore, A button, percentage. Okay, now it should appear there. In my original games, the percentage stick percentage should be the icon of the controller, the left stick, and then the button should be icon of the A button. Or it doesn't matter what console I type this on, it's gonna appear as triangle or whatever, or X on PlayStation, on Switch, a different button. These codes that I would type in were codes for skill games. They do not work in Trials Rising. Don't have a patch every single month. Write all this stuff down from the video that you've encountered. Even this short part 2 that I'm releasing first before part 1. This is good information to make your game better. And also, for skill game menus, the crosshair only works for in-game camera. People are not going to use the in-game camera as your primary camera. You're going to use custom cameras as the primary target camera. You understand? Do you understand? Trials Rising is good. Trials Rising is good based on different part of the game, okay? So the crosshair camera has to work. I'm grateful that you have unlimited time. I'm grateful that the patch comes in and then unlimited time gets disabled. That is not good. You cannot disable it. You have to listen to your community. You have to listen to me in a way. You don't have to listen to everything I say. I'm just giving you constructive feedback. I'm trying to make this video as short as I can. It's going over 10 minutes. But you guys gotta give constructive feedback of your game. I have love and passion to make games. And other people are complaining too. It's not just me. You have such beautiful, talented, creative people in your community. Streamers alike, builders alike, developers alike. So many people involved in your game. Don't choke them out. I want to help this game. Don't put me under the rug. I'm trying to give you constructive feedback. You need to fix your game. And from a track developer as myself and a game designer as myself, because I'm an independent game designer, indie game designer as myself, I don't classify as Trials as an indie game. I classify as Trials as more a professional AAA game or a AA game or whatever you want to call it. Because I think Trials is a good game because people miss the fact that it has a powerful engine that is open source. Plus, it has the infinite creations because of that powerful engine open source. It's almost like using the Unreal 4 engine in a way, but it's better because it's more optimized for what you want to do. It's an editor. If you download any of those pre-made engines, they're all like... they're not organized and they're all over the place and you don't know where to start. But the Trials engine gives you a keying in where to start. And I recommend the Trials engine to anybody who wants to make games or start off making their own stuff because it has 9,000 models now and lots of easy user-friendly tools. In a way. Okay, obviously. But you get better from it. And as a developer, I've gotten good at game design because of Trials in general. I wouldn't say I'm a game developer if Trials wasn't in my life. If Trials didn't exist as a whole of a game. It really jumpstarts your career in a way of creating. I love creating on Trials, and I love creating maps. Don't choke out the creators. Create the maps, okay? The only guys you need to do is fix the icons for the different menus. Have icons there. Make decals. So we can make decals for HUD menus. You know how the decal system we have? Is there a way we can implement 2D icons into the camera? Only into the lens of the camera. So it only appears in the lens of the camera. That's my recommendation. So that's the only things that I covered in this video. And we're going to obviously test skill game instructions real quick. Yeah, skill games instructions are missing. They're not there. There's supposed to be a little gray line above the screen and bottom of the screen, like in Trials Fusion. So, not to make this video any longer than 15 minutes, because the last video was 33 minutes, I'm gonna say, fix Track Central, fix private and local multiplayer, fix the editor, those unselectable guns, make the decal HUD menu I suggested, or have different icons selectable for each scoring. Make the skill game instructions better because I'll be able to tell people where to go instead of writing decals on signs all the time, you understand? We need that stuff there. It was there in Trials Fusion and it's not there in Rising. That's a mistake. It should be there. So please, help me out, help out the community, and let's make this game thrive, okay? Let's not have Trials Rising to be a broken game. It's already on worst games of the year. On multiple lists. It's probably irreversible, but let's prove them wrong. We can get them out of those lists by patching this game. Okay, like hashtag make Trials great again. I don't know. But you need to make the game. Okay? You need to make a better game. Alright, so I'm Sin the Legend. I'll continue on making more maps as I can. And, Yeah, I love this game, and let's not destroy this game. Come on, RedLynx, listen to my video, listen to my words. I'm racing part 2 first because part 2 is crucial. Because part 1 I did a lot of ranting and a lot of bullshit, right? But if there's people in the Rising community, the top community, they'll be like, "Hey, I'm so good. I only play good maps." Those people need to get their heads out of their asses and fix this game because this game is not good. It's the opposite of good. You need to fix it. Okay, I'm not shitting on the game. I'm trying to improve this game. If you take this as complete criticism, great. If you take this game as take this what I said as an insult, you're a fucking idiot. Okay? Because if I make a game and people talk shit, like, there's a difference between talking shit and giving constructive feedback. I gave constructive feedback. You notice how I talked shit afterwards? Because I got angry if something happened in the game. And if this is really one of the only games I play, if you take this game away from us, what are we gonna do in our lives? Well, I know what I'm gonna do in my life. I'm gonna make my own games. What all the other people gonna do? You just took something away from them, something they could work on, something they could be proud of, and you just took that away. So they can make artwork, they can make games. So don't take it away from people. Make people happy in their lives by making a good game. The game is not awful by any means. It's a 5 out of 10. It's bare minimum average, but the reason why is because you have the stuttering, the freezing, the glitching, the crashing, the ninja scores not be able to work, the hub menu's not working, all the stuff that's missing, it plays a factor, it adds on, and people rage. You need to fix all that stuff in your game in your next patch. I want to see all that stuff in before the next DLC launches. People are not going to enjoy the next DLC knowing that the game's broken. They want to be able to feel good about the game. Okay? They want to feel good. And the only way to feel good, okay, is to make a good game. So RedLynx, please, listen to Sane. Listen to Sane the Legend. I made 200 maps, 200 FPS world / tracks / unravel tracks, whatever you want to call it, plus the other 5,000 dedicated people out there who made maps for you as well. Okay? The hundreds of thousands of maps, good or shit, they all made it because of your game. So you gotta put them first. We're buying your game. Don't you want to make a good game? Don't you want to make us proud? Well, you are. You did a good job, but you just gotta fix it. I'm a good fan. I'm gonna tell you straight up, you gotta fix the game. Let's fix it. Okay? I want you guys to fix it and make me happy. Alright? Okay? No more glitches. I can understand if an error happens as part of game development. I understand that. But this is uncalled for. There's a lot of missing stuff. This game was released too early. This game would be more optimized if you guys buys more testers in there, and the game should have came out in the summertime. But I'm Sin the Legend. That's the end of my part 2 rant, which will be coming out before part 1. And I'll see you guys on more Trials Rising Ninjas. I'll see you guys on more creations, and possibly more of videos in the future. Since I love Trials, and I think Trials is an infinite game with infinite creations based on a semi-professional engine, I think it's a big deal, right? Don't be like Halo 5. The reason why I hate Halo 5 because they suffered from the exact same thing. They didn't give a shit about their fans, and they fucked over the editor. Even though it's better, it doesn't mean that it's 100% correct, because the previous one was better, even though it doesn't have all the added features, okay? So I covered everything I had to know in this video, because I kind of looked stupid for doing wrong things in the previous video. So not to make this video 20 minutes long, which is almost 20 minutes long, I'm going to call it quits here. So I'm Sin Legend. That's the end of my 30 minutes plus 20 minutes, which is 50 minutes, almost an hour rant of constructive feedback. I don't know how to word this video, but I'll figure it out. I'm Sin Legend. Laters. See you on the next Trials, Creations, Ninjas, or whatever. Later.